mental health report carried out by NHS in 2002 showed that deaf young people were 4 times more likely to suffer from mental health problems than their hearing counterparts.
With the help from the other young deaf children, we can offer advice to improve your healthy, good emotional well-being to make sure that these problems don't arise.
Good emotional well-being is feeling secure.
Good emotional well-being is spending quality time with your family.
Good emotional well-being is having fun.
Good emotional well-being is laughing and be happy.
Our teenage years can be some of the toughest of our lives, but being deaf can throw in some extra challenges.
The challenges I face every day are when the teacher is facing to the board and I get frustrated as I can't see their mouth to lip read.
The challenges that I face are going to a hearing party with a lot of hearing friends, and I would find it hard to hear them over the noise of the music.
The challenges I face today is getting bullied at school. It makes me feel nervous and upset.
Then first year I want to mess about in the room with my friend, but then I can't because my cochlear implants will get there, so I feel off there.
I am here with Ruth Kelly to talk about how to promote positive emotional health and well-being. Ruth, if we don't feel good, what can happen?
If we don't feel good, it can really affect our self-esteem and confidence. We could become withdrawn and just really unhappy. It can affect your relationships with your family and friends and your schoolwork.
What do you do when you don't feel good?
Well, I went through a difficult experience last year. I decided to move to a mainstream school, but it really didn't suit me. I didn't talk to anyone about how I felt. I was so isolated. I felt different. I was the only deaf person there. Looking back, I really wish I'd talked to someone, my mum or dad, or the teachers I had. I definitely would have felt better. But now I feel good, and usually I go shopping or watch a film with friends to feel good. It's okay to have a bad day. Everybody has bad days. But if you don't feel good, it's important to talk to someone, ask for help, and just get the support that you need.
What professionals need to know is treat deaf people like normal, make eye contact, gesture, speak clearly. They always have to ask the deaf person where they want to sit and how you want to communicate with them. Face to face is always good, and keep away from the window because the light will block out the person's face.
Dr. Carol Charlton, you are a clinical psychologist. What advice could you give to young deaf people about their emotional health and well-being?
My experience with young deaf people, I suppose, has been that there's issues around confidence, how they feel about themselves, how they are with others. And what I find is that quite often they maybe feel quite isolated and quite alone. My advice, I suppose, is first of all, when you realise there's a difficulty there, please don't worry. Many people find that it is that they face a challenge in their lives. It's not silly, it's not stupid, it's not weak in any way. It's important that you actually get the help you need. So firstly, my advice would be to find an adult who you can trust. Someone that you know is interested in you and cares about you. Sometimes it's a person from your own family, but not always, because you might want to keep the advice or information private, and that's fine. The important thing as well is you don't have to tell them all your secrets. Just let them have an idea of what's worrying or troubling you, and then they'll be able to give you the advice as to where to get the best help.
One way deaf teenagers can have good emotional well-being is to take care of their responsibilities themselves. Deafness shouldn't be seen as a problem, it should just be a barrier that can be broken down.
Holly, you work for the National Deaf Children's Society. What advice would you give to young deaf people to help promote good emotional well-being?
When you get frustrated, you can do something about it by taking control of your communication needs. I advise you take responsibility for your communication. Many young deaf people find communication a real challenge, so it's important you let people know how they can communicate with you. If you rely on lip reading, ask them to speak clearly or try and reduce background noise so it's easier and quieter for you to follow things. I'm deaf too, and I know how it feels. I always take control of my deafness and tell people what I need communication-wise. This really helps my confidence. If I can do it, you can do it.
When I'm having a bad day, I would go outside on the trampoline for a wee bounce or go for a walk to clear my head.
When I'm having a bad day, I always read books to cheer myself up.
When I'm having a bad day, I just talk to my friend.
When I'm having a bad day, I relax and listen to music to calm down.
We've been sharing our experiences with other young deaf people on how we handle challenging situations and our emotions.
But the most important thing is to remember is to talk to someone you trust if you feel like it's getting on top of you. If you're feeling worried or upset, try talking to someone you know, because there are lots of other ways to get help.
My one move for a happy life is to do the things you enjoy.
Keep smiling every day.
Be happy and be positive.
Helping others when they're feeling down.
Do sports and exercise while you still can.
Be optimistic and complimentary towards others because I feel good.
Live each day to the full.